You're farming in Stardew Valley, going into the season, and you have no idea what crops to plant. Or worse, you're about to hit the end of the season and you just planted some crops, only to discover that what you planted will not have time to grow before the season ends. Well, what if I told you there was a tool specifically designed to help you figure out what exactly you should plant every single season, no matter where you're at in the season, and takes into account so much more than just profit for selling the plant, but rather you can figure out the best crop based on your farming level, what fertilizer you're using, and even take into account any jars and kegs you have. I'm going to tell you what tool will help you do just that, but please consider liking and subscribing this video if you want to see more helpful Stardew Valley tools and get spotlights on some of the greatest mods in Stardew Valley. Stardew Profits is an amazing tool that was developed by Thornair, and we can use this tool to plan out our farming empire. So let's pretend that we're just starting out on our brand new farm. Besides the parsnips that Lewis gives you, what should we plant for maximum profit? If you go to Stardew Valley Profit, we can start setting ourselves up with what we know. We know that we currently only have access to Jojo Mart and Pierre, so for now we're going to uncheck the special from seed sources, as those seeds will come later in the game. We also know we currently do not have access to any jars or kegs, so for now we're going to keep our product type to raw. With all this figured out, we can now see that the most profitable crop for us to plant is cauliflower. But wait, the Spring Festival, which is on the 13th of spring, unlocks our first special seed vendor who sells strawberries. You'll notice that when we go back to Stardew Profits and recheck the special vendor and change the day to the 13th of spring, that our new most profitable crop that we can have access to is the strawberry. So take those profits you grew up to this point and purchase as many strawberry seeds as you can to make that money. So now that we have our profits from spring in hand, some farming experience under our belt, we are ready for what summer has to offer. We are now capable of making our own basic fertilizer and have reached level 5 farming and pick the tiller profession. So when we go into Stardew Profit, we can enter our farming level, and if you pick the tiller profession, you can go ahead and check that here. With the tiller profession, all your crops are now worth 10% more. We made a bunch of fertilizer in preparation for the season, so we'll go ahead and select our fertilizer with the select dropdown. With all that entered, we can now see our most profitable crop at the start of the season that we have access to is blueberries. But let's say you made some more space on your farm halfway through the season, but you don't have as much basic fertilizer to spare. We can modify the day of the summer that we are on and unselect the basic fertilizer to see that the melon is now our most profitable crop that we have access to grow. So you farmed all spring, all summer, and have mastered farming. You are now level 10 in farming and have access to quality fertilizers and 2 amazing profession choices. Not only that, but you've unlocked the processing power of preserve jars and kegs. You are truly ready to start collecting in the gold. So let's update our farming level and say we pick the agriculturalist profession for now. We have 10 jars and 10 kegs ready, so let's plan out some crops for these first. We'll see that if we select either jars or kegs from the produce type, that cranberries will be our best bet at the start of the season. So we'll plant a few of those and see what else we should plant if we just are going to sell raw produce. So with raws reselected from the select menu, we're going to assume that we have some quality fertilizers to spare and see that bok choy is the most profitable crop to sell in the fall. But wait, let's assume instead of the agriculturalist profession, you instead chose the artisan profession, which will increase the selling price of artisan goods such as wine or jellies by 40%. We'll see that bok choy goes way down in profits and cranberries win out again as the most profitable crop. You'll also notice profits from using jars and kegs goes way up. Another great use of Stardew Profits is its ability to warn you what to plant at the very end of each season, where some stuff may not have the time to grow. For example, on the 22nd of fall, beets are actually the most profitable crop that you can grow. You can keep in mind crops that grow across seasons by checking the checkbox down here. For example, we can see that sunflowers are a good summer and fall crop that you can plant if you want to have some flowers that will stay but sell nicely at the end of the season. Now you're basically growing pure profit for your farming empire, are a master farmer, and never have to go another season unprepared again. If this video was helpful to you and you feel like it will be helpful to others, please like and share this video. I'm Yoria. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe and check out my mod spotlights here. I hope to see you again. Until then, take care.